played extremely well. We played well enough to win. They played, they bounced back like we knew they would. Played extremely well, and we got out of here with a win. We just did our job, defended home court. Last two series we didn't do that. Put ourselves in, jeopardy, having to go on the road and win a game three. And here we managed to do it. Now it's time to go to Orlando and see if we can't get one.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Man Cave. We are Sumblin, Corey, LT, and Ryan, and you are listening to the Much About Nothing podcast, the show where we give expert takes and good-hearted debates. We talk ball and anything and everything else. Today, we will be breaking down the trade deadline. If you got something to say, put it in the comments. If you're new to the pod, greetings. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, smash that bell. If you are already a part of the fam, welcome back. Please like, share, comment. I hope you enjoy the episode. Let's get into it.
Yes. We had an interesting day. A lot of trades went for. I think that's one of the biggest trade deadlines I've ever seen. All these teams trying to line up just to lose to Steph Curry. Whole waste of time. Yeah. But moving on forward, I'm going to go ahead and set the thing off. Oh, the chat is working tonight. Shout out to Tiff, man.
Hey, shout out. Yeah, first one in the chat.
First one in the chat. Shout out
First one. Hey, somebody. Hey, can we cash out her some pizza money? Can we do that? Hey,
as long as you don't get a slice. As long as you don't
get a slice.
Where's our?
We're trying to get a free dinner. We're trying to get a write-off.
Hey, so let's break down the deals that happen. There's so many deals that happen on this trade deadline. There's no way we can get into all of them. But I'm going to break down all the ones that happen today, and we're going to try to get in as many as possible. Hopefully, we get the most relevant ones. If you have something that you want us to discuss, put it in a comment. Here we go. Today, the biggest one, and we probably want to dwell into this one first, but Durant headed to the Suns. The Bucks got Jay Crowder. The Lakers swapped Patrick Beverly for Bamba. So they were tired of Patrick Beverly running around getting musty. The Warriors trade Wiseman to the Pistons. The Clippers add Highland. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Bones Highland.
I like Bones.
I don't even know what y'all was thinking.
I hate
Bones
we got
Highland.
rid of him, man.
I love that guy, man. All right, the Warriors bring back Gary Payton II. The Sixers trade Tabo. I am so sorry and sad to see that non-shooting brother go. But yeah, he can go play defense somewhere else. Pelicans add Richardson and Graham to the Spurs. The Grizzlies, the Rockets, and Clippers agreed to a 3-team deal. The Nuggets add depth with Bryant from the Lakers. The Raptors officially add Jacob Poeltl. Celtics acquire Muscala from the Thunder. That's an underrated move.
Yeah.
Baisley is headed to the Suns. The Hawks deal Holiday, Kaminsky to the Rockets, and Plumlee is going to Clippers. All right, man. So which ones we want to get into first? I mean, I got my ideas on things, but
biggest one.
Okay, so who? All right, so Corey, you first. You go first.
The biggest one should be Gary Payton II to the Warriors. I'm messing with y'all. It's KD. The biggest one is KD, man. I can go ahead and say, what's that with KD? He runs from a challenge, man. What's wrong with that next? You can't take those boys to the finals? What do you need? I constantly ask this. What is needed to win a championship these days? Nobody wants to get it. I mean, besides Steph Curry, I mean, he's the only one that doesn't run from a challenge to be spoken of. Because I'm gonna go on my nice little soliloquy. I'm gonna let y'all have it though. But I remember not long ago, KD left the Warriors, right? High and dry. You know what I'm saying? Left my boys stranded. Klay Thompson just tore his ACL in the finals. You know, it was quite grim. Everybody came on the news. Warriors are done. They over. Steph Curry contract comes on. What he do? He doubles down. He didn't leave. He could have left right there and went to a title contender, and for the 2 years got his rings. But he stuck it out. He said, "You know what? I'm good enough to be here and still win this team a championship. I admire that time. And it's some of the reason why we led off with Kobe. It's some people that value winning a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They put this game at a different level than others, you know. And I'm not saying KD he's a great player. He's a great player, man. You know, he's up there. But he runs from a challenge, man. The man constantly wants the easy way. The easy way. He's up there with CP3, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. Do I think the Suns will be a good team? Yeah, but I, I have a measure of heart that goes along with a lot of things. And I think when they see the War 6, on you.
So, okay. First off, we were supposed to be talking about KD and the trade to the Suns.
Thank you, sir.
Not a soliloquy to talk about his team. All right. First thing is this was not a free agency move. It was a trade. It was a business decision. Had nothing to do with him wanting to go anywhere. At the end of the day, they got the most for Kevin Durant from the Suns. And business-wise, it tells you that what they gave up, they offered that first.
Mm-hmm.
He's 34. He's not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't. I mean, if anything, the Nets really won that deal. KD
He had
is a
no
superstar.
choice.
KD is a
KD had
superstar,
no
but the
move.
Nets won that deal. They got
KD
4
had
first-round picks and 2 guys that are 26 and under. So, do I think that with KD healthy on the Suns, with that other 3, they potentially have the best starting 5 in the NBA? Is it sustainable to get them to a championship in a loaded West? I'm not too sure. When I look at the overall deal and the move, I particularly pay attention to Mikal Bridges versus Kevin Durant. Mikal Bridges was a guy that plays defense. He played defense on at least 4 positions on the court. KD's not doing that anymore. Or I don't really have never known him to be an elite level defender. But Mikal Bridges is a scrappy defensive guy. KD's older. He's not as healthy as he once was. But to add 25 to 30 points to that team, and they were able to keep DeAndre Ayton, that's a good move. Because me, if I was in Nets, I got to have Ayton. I need Ayton. And I would have requested Ayton in that move, in that trade.
Ayton represented salary, but I'll get into that take when I get to it. What you got? What you got, Hoodie?
I got coming in with KD. I think that was a good trade for both organizations. It definitely tender right now. Kevin Durant, when he was drafted by the Seahawks back then, which moved to Oklahoma, he had Russell. Now he just left Brooklyn, and he left. I think that the Phoenix Suns is the first unselfish team that he has been a part of since the. I think that's the formula for him to have success. You got Devin Booker. But he doesn't need to take a lot of shots. Chris Paul is one of the best distributors of the basketball, and Ayton, big man who plays his position very well. You're able to let Kevin Durant come into that guy, but still not have to lean on him too heavily because you got weapons around him. That's what I think about that trade. I think they're definitely a contender right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna sum it up based off of pretty much everything that you guys said. I'm gonna say for one, Brooklyn. I'm gonna say Brooklyn won this, and the reason why I'm gonna say they won it is because that whole super team they tried to put together, it didn't work. Like they have one playoff win once they went all in on that super team, and they were able to return that investment with the same thing that they spent to get it out and get it right back. So it's like, okay, it didn't work. They did not fall victims to the sunken cost fallacy that a lot of teams do. A lot of teams feel like we just spent this money, we got to keep spending it and keep spending it. It's not working, and next thing you know, they're in the dumpsters for the next 3 to 5 years. So I think that's good. Kyrie Irving was a headache. I'm pretty sure that Brooklyn wanted nothing to do with Kyrie. Kyrie is a difficult person to work with. I love Kyrie as a basketball player, but if I wanted to be a supervisor, probably not. KD, on the other hand, KD, you know you're going to deal with this drama over and over again, especially when you're not winning. Winning cures all ails, and when you're not winning and you got KD, you got to know that he was ready to take his ball and go home or go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So Brooklyn was able to get out of that and move on. The biggest winner I'm gonna say is, the second biggest winner.
Hold on, real quick,
Chris Paul.
real quick.
What's that?
Question for you. How do y'all think Cam Taylor's ball playing over the last week impacted the decision to move on from Durant? Oh, Cam, I thought it was Taylor.
No, it's
Thomas, Cam Thomas. How do y'all think? Do y'all think that affected the decision to move on?
No,
I
sir.
do think they can build around that.
I just don't think trade deadline was here. I think the same thing would have happened if the trade deadline was next week. They would have. It just had to be broken up. It wasn't going to be successful in the East.
Yeah.
I totally believe. I don't believe without a shadow of a doubt that when they called, because look at the timeline. After they traded Kyrie, they called in KD. And I'm pretty sure they asked KD, do he want to still be here? And the minute he says no, you have to trade him.
Yeah, and see, and this is
You have
something
to
else.
get him.
I didn't get
I
into
think
that
they would
point.
have kept KD if he still wanted to stay, but I think KD wanted to leave after Kyrie was gone. It was done. It was done.
No, I don't want to sit around. And to answer your question, do I think Cam Thomas is how good he was doing? I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I think the biggest thing for them was they did not want to bring back any salary. It's difficult to win with the big man being the highest paid player on your team, and they just wanted no part of it. I don't even think Ayton was a serious consideration. Right now you still got the salary of Ben Simmons. So essentially what you have right now is you have 5 first-round picks, unprotected first-round picks. 5 unprotected first-round picks. That's crazy. That's unheard of.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then you got Ben Simmons' salary that you can match to go get a superstar next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It's a win-win for them. Second winner I'm going to say is KD, because I agree. KD has never played with a pass-first point guard. And right now, at the age of Chris Paul, he's having a difficult time putting the ball in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but he can still facilitate at an extremely high rate. He's an elite table setter. I don't think that you could give Chris Paul 2 better scorers on the same team.
Yeah.
Because Devin Booker is a bucket, and Durant can get his shot off. There's no stopping Durant from getting to his point to where he wants to get to. And Booker is deadly, and don't forget that Booker will drop 60 on you too.
Yes,
and when
sir.
you can't double Booker, because you cannot double Booker anymore, because you can't disrespect KD. So, and then you got Ayton anchoring the defense and the lob game on the pick and roll. I think it's bad news for the West. The West, it's almost like people are moving out west, and it's getting scary out there. LeBron went out west. It's getting scary in the West, man. And so Giannis and Embiid, they have no excuse to not be playing in the conference. Into the Eastern Conference Finals. They have no excuse.
So you just gonna disrespect the Celtics? You ain't gonna throw Tatum out there?
Jason?
Yeah.
And what's going on with that injury last night? They had a big injury. Tatum and
Jaylen Brown, he elbowed him on trying to get a loose ball.
Yeah. So he went to the back. He all right? Good.
I'm gonna tell you, if you're a Nuggets fan, if you're a Grizzlies fan, if you're a Clippers fan, if you're a Warriors fan, if you're a Pelicans fan, if you're a Mavericks fan, you just took a L. That's what happened. You just took a L. Like, if you any one of those teams, you just took a L, because you did not want to see KD lacing the bubble out there. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be fun to watch. I can't wait to watch him.
Unfazed.
Phoenix Suns, they was in the finals. Was they in the finals last year or the year before?
Last year.
It was the year before. Okay. When they were up 2-0. They were up 2-0. They were up 2-0. And
the year after the bubble.
Yeah. They were up 2-0 and fell short. But
losers. Losers. Career losers.
Trent,
career losers.
Right.
And let's edit the next one. Let's get into the Los Angeles Clippers, because I think that this is this Clippers deal, man. Bones Highland. Something. What you think about losing Bones Highland? Oh my goodness.
Broke my
Go ahead.
heart, bro.
I
Broke
know
my
it,
heart
man.
for a couple reasons. First thing is first, the man played ball at VCU. Right, so we got to show the Virginia love to a VA Hooper. Not from there, but still. But y'all know me, right? The business side of me says that this man was a second round pick, and they got 2 second-round picks for him. They gamed, right? At the end of the day, I mean, they also were able to pull in Thomas Bryant, but taking Bones and putting him on a team like the Clippers is scary to me. And I don't think they're done. I think they're actually going to end up with Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
I truly do.
Yep.
So like you said, everybody's moving out west and it's getting scary, bro. These teams are built for dynamic series. Bones, I think because of the fact Denver is West Coast and we don't really get to see a lot of their big market games, people will not appreciate the explosive player that Bones Highland is, though. He is explosive. Bones is a guy, he averages about 16 minutes. He was averaging about 16 minutes with Denver, but you could feel his impact every time he stepped on the court. So now to go over there, to play with PG, to play with Kawhi, it's getting interesting, bro. It's getting interesting. I hate that we lost him, but I think we had to put more focus in Denver on a big man, so I'm pretty satisfied with that Thomas Bryant addition.
Okay. Anybody else got any takes on this?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of being respectful to the player. Bones won't get in the minutes that he deserved. At the end of the day, you want to do. I believe in organizations that do right by players.
Absolutely.
If the guy's good and you really can't give him his rotational minutes, because let's not be this past week, 2 weeks, Bones has been on the bench. He has not been getting any play, any burn on the court. When
But
you
you
got a
know
guy
why?
that's developing like that, yes, I do know. It's probably an argument that happened between
Him and
him and
Jamal Murray. Him and
yeah.
Jamal Murray, his friends and Jamal Murray got into it on Twitter, sparked the
Yeah.
whole thing, and he ended up getting shipped out of there.
Yeah, but it starts from that point. The Bones know what he did last year.
Yeah,
He know who
absolutely.
he is, and you can't hate on that. A person that trusts their talent, I love that about him. But at the
All
end
the
of the
time.
day, respect that man to grow, because you ain't
Absolutely.
doing nothing but hampering them down, keeping them there just because you like him. But at the end of the day, you know he's good. Let him be good somewhere else. Get what you can that's going to help you. And I think I mean I'll bring it up later, but I have a similar trade that happened the same way. You gotta be fair to the player. I love organizations that do that. Yeah.
Yep. I think the bigger thing to this deal out of the Bones Highland is what the Clippers did overall. So
Yeah. He did a lot of moves.
yeah, and the only thing I can think of is they have to be thinking they got to get Russell Westbrook,
Yeah.
and Russell Westbrook, I think, is an upgrade out there, and I think he just didn't fit
Laker.
with
Yeah.
yeah. But if you guys remember, Russell Westbrook and Paul George wasn't that bad.
No, they were actually good.
It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Like those guys actually got along pretty decently. They played
Yep.
ball together pretty well. Um, and I think Russell Westbrook, the lights aren't as bright and for the Clippers than they are in the Lakers. It's still LA. He's still at home, but it's not like
So,
it's still like he has a bad game at LA and with the Lakers and everybody's talking about it. You have a bad game with the Clippers and unless it's against the Lakers, nobody's talking about it.
yeah.
They also getting Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
Now
That's a steal.
Now, here goes the thing about it, man, because, I love me some John Wall. John Wall is going back to the Rockets. There's no way they are getting a jersey made with his name on it.
No, he ain't gonna
There's
stay there.
no way. There's no way. He got to get waived. I mean, they pay him to leave just a little while ago? They just paid him. Like, how many times they going to pay this man to leave? Man, he got a pension with these guys. I sure hope he ends up in Philadelphia.
John Wall might end up on
I think he's gonna end up at home, man.
yeah, crib. I think
I
he's
think
done.
I think he's hurt himself. He's hurt himself by not being willing to accept a different role once he left Washington, man, and it's hard to recover. But like
I don't think
you talk
he
about
has a role.
certain players being problem child. being problem children in organizations, and then not to mention John Wall was just on a podcast a couple weeks ago talking about some guys from Houston. So he probably still out of LA. He probably ain't even got on the plane yet, man.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Stats. Let's pull up John Wall stats. Let's see how bad John Wall is. Let's see if he, because you making it seem like he's not one of the top. He's not one of the top 900 players in the league. I mean, you saying that he can't be
Is
on
there
the team?
900 players in the league?
I mean, I don't know. I threw a number out there.
I'm saying he can't be on the team. I'm saying
it was 150. I mean,
that's established. It's certain players that's there for development. He's not a developing player, so he has to be a player that contributes. How much? Like certain players are on rosters just strictly for, like Moses Mooney, James White. These are the young and developing players. These are young. He can't fit that mold. You gonna get rid of your development to put John Wall up there, an Asian player that you don't know. You know he is what he is. He's not gonna prove. He's gonna give me.
He's a 20-point scorer, right? I mean, over the last 4 seasons, he's a 20-point scorer. But the problem is, I mean, over the last 3 years, he hasn't played more than 41 games. Yeah. So now you're talking about availability going to going down the stretch, right? So you don't know what he's gonna be for you.
He averages 11 points right now on 40%.
Right now, yeah. So and that's lower, yeah. So he was 23, 19, 20, 20, and now 11. So I mean, plus when you really think about it, what team would benefit from having him right now?
I think Philadelphia would.
Philadelphia definitely would.
I think that would hurt more than help Philadelphia.
Nah, see, you guys, if you look at what he really is, John Wall. There is not a second team that can guard John Wall. If John Wall understands that he's to come in and lead that second team, he can do work on that second team. He can do the work on anybody's second team.
11 points. A lot of people DN him up.
And listen. I'm saying you can go ahead and go to your bench and you figure out the guy that's going on your bench that's good enough to be better than John Wall. I'll wait.
I mean, no, you're right.
I'll wait.
To that point, with 12 players on the team, on every team, he definitely deserves a spot on the bench. I think, Corey, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think what we're saying is the risk outweighs the reward.
What is the risk? Nobody's ever said John Wall was
the risk is that you don't know if he's going to be available the entire season. Right?
All right. So how much money is the money is
then whatever his contract is.
What's the money going to be?
Right.
Because how much money you gonna pay him to be on your bench?
You already paid him. The way these buyouts
you saying
work,
no money? Oh yeah. I agree. I thought you were saying who's going to pick up money from him and play him. I agree. Yeah, if you don't got to pay him, you just for teaching the young guys. Yeah, he could get that role. Sit down there and teach the young guys.
John Wall off the bench. John Wall off the bench is what Russell Westbrook wouldn't accept. It's what a lot of guys don't accept. When Carmelo understood that, hey, I can come out here with this second unit and I can do work to these guys. Like the guy, he got a couple years left in the NBA. He regained some time back in the NBA. He just has to understand his role. Like, yeah, go out there and you school those guys. That's the
development that you call. Hold on, what is his role?
He's a bucket. He's a bucket.
I don't see him fitting.
He's exactly 11 points.
Yeah, but Tyrese Maxey, I'm taking him over John. I'm taking Maxey over John Wall right now.
I said the second unit, man.
Yeah, still, but man.
I think John Wall can come off the bench and have a Jamal Crawford dominate.
Yes, easily. He's better than that's what I'm saying.
Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford.
Yo, boys, is jabbing, man. That was like 6 million a year at one time. Right?
Yeah.
At one time, he is the sixth man. He's the sixth god. What do you mean?
Do you think right now, John Wall could be 6th man of the year?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. In the right situation.
Because Tyrese Maxey is the starting point guard. He's the second point guard for Philadelphia. He comes off the bench.
Off the bench.
So John Wall not replacing Tyrese Maxey.
Okay, first off,
DeAnthony Melton is the starter. I'm looking at the roster right now.
Listen. When they are at full, when we're at full strip, you got Maxey and you got Harden.
You a 76ers fan?
Philadelphia all the way.
Were you
And
born
so-
in Philly?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's what my spirit was.
Oh.
You know exactly where I was born at.
I was
Anyway,
asking, bro. I was curious.
anyway, yeah. So anywho, like to sit here and say that he has to take Maxi's spot or he has to take Melton's spot, man, Doc would know exactly what to do with John Wall.
Okay.
And that's my take. I mean, that's just a hypothetical thing. Going on to the next trade, how do we feel about man, there's so many good ones here. Which one do you guys want to go with?
If you don't mind, I have one that I think you actually mentioned that it was sneaky good, and I truly believe it's sneaky good, and nobody's really giving it respect. Mike Muscala to the Celtics
Yeah.
is a great move for Boston.
Yeah.
That is a great move for Boston.
To the casual fan, you might not know Mike. Mike is that guy at the rec league that stands over in the corner and makes that big man come out there and guard. Yeah, because the fact of the matter is you got to step out because he's 6'10". So he's usually matched up against your power forward and your center. Your center has to either step out, which creates more lanes for Tatum, and Jaylen Brown slash it because he's a bucket over in the corner. But the problem is on the other side of the ball.
Yeah.
The other side of the ball, I don't think he could guard me.
I think he could guard you, bro.
I don't know, man.
Let's not be hasty, bro.
I got these moves, man. Meet Jagger.
I like what you did there.
I'm not
like
going.
that.
I don't even feel the need to comment on this trade. It's all right.
How do y'all feel about Josh
Shout out
Hart
to
going to the
Avante,
Knicks?
though. Shout out to Avante.
How y'all feel about Josh Hart going to the Knicks?
Man. Okay. I don't know what the Knicks are doing. I don't know. I mean, what do you want to say about it? I don't know.
They wanted to make a trade
man.
at the trade deadline. Yeah,
You
that's a
think
good.
so? They just wanted to be a part of it.
They want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
But it's
I
a good trade.
move.
It's a good trade, but it doesn't help them get to. I mean, I don't know. I told you I'm under belief that everybody don't want to win rings. Like
I think Josh
don't
Hart is
know.
one of them guys that does though. I truly do.
Yeah.
Like, he is.
Oh no, I'm talking about
he's one of them
teams
guys.
like the
Oh,
Knicks. I don't think the Knicks had championship aspirations. I don't know what their goal is right now.
They the Jerry Jones of the NBA.
Yeah, I ain't want to insult Jared like that. Jared wants to win. He just don't know how to go about it.
Yesterday, I mean, I know you talked about Golden State, but yesterday we talked about organizations that are building their teams the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you another team that's building a team the wrong way: the Detroit Pistons. I broke down that trade earlier today, and I'm scratching my head. The team already has Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, Marvin Bagley, and they traded Sadiq Bey, who was actually good, for James Wiseman. And James Wiseman is about to ask for a second contract. Like I have no idea what they're trying to do there. While the league is trying to space the court, they're trying to collect any young big man that once had high draft capital that wants a second contract. I have no idea what they're trying to do.
Shout out to him though. Thank you for taking that money. Thank you.
Yeah, go get that bag, bro.
Hey, that's 130 million. 130
I ain't even
million.
want to
Go
draft.
get paid.
Hey,
Go get
I know
paid,
Jay
man.
Lacob over there, boy. He is proud of having to save that money. 130 million trade right there.
Man, dude, like that's kudos to the Warriors though, right? Like, like y'all talk smart business moves on top of staying good. Like that's a good, solid business move for them.
You gotta cut your loss. You gotta cut your losses.
Something happened with them at the Malice at the Palace. They just lost it. They need to fire everybody. Yeah, move to a different city. They need to start over, man. I mean, overall, like the rest of the trades to me, and y'all can correct. Like I don't really like the rest of them. Just personally, I feel like Brooklyn swept this trade deadline.
Hold on.
No,
Let's not skip across GP too.
No, okay, that's cool. Like I'm not ignoring it, but this is what I'm saying. But hear me though, bro. They got Mikal Bridges,
yeah,
Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 2 second-round picks, and 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
They swept it. Like they got everything they wanted, and then they get a 2028 pick swap. They won.
Hold on, I didn't know.
That's huge.
Oh, pick swap.
Yeah, they got
And they
2
took-
second-round picks and 4 first-round picks, and a
They
2028
got
pick swap on
4
top of those 3
round
players.
picks, but they got
Yes.
Phoenix's first round picks.
That's
Late-
true too.
late
But they can use those for capital, bro. They probably not gonna hold
That's
on
true.
to them.
Yeah. I mean, and man, look, I'm gonna tell you. You say another team that I think. Here goes another team I think they won, like the Portland Trailblazers. Now I remember watching Duke, and I thought that Cam Reddish was an NBA player. I still feel that way. I don't know why. I still feel like Cam Reddish is good at basketball. I don't know. I don't know why I feel that way. I could be wrong, but I feel like there is something there with Cam Reddish. I really do. I don't know. I don't know how to quantify it. I don't know what it is. It's like when you see a guy, you know there's something there. And when they all played together, Zion, that championship team, I thought that Cam was just as good as the rest of those guys.
Mhm.
Now, I think out in Portland, where he gets a little bit more of a green light, I like to see what he does. Matisse Thybulle, I joked about that, but any Philadelphia fan or anybody that watched Matisse Thybulle, he is by far the best wing defender that you will ever see. Like it's almost like his arms are just as long as his legs. Like
The best?
Man, watch Matisse Thybulle.
He took
Watch-
that comment from his mouth. He said,
Listen, if you watch Matisse Thybulle play defense, we wouldn't be having this conversation. The guy plays defense.
Better than Wiggins.
Man, listen, the reason why he's all defense,
He's better than Andrew Wiggins.
he barely plays. The problem with the
Better
guy
than
is,
OG.
yes, man, yes. Hey, stats, pull up his steals. Pull up Tybulle's steals.
"Who is stats?"
Oh, I do
Who's
not
that?
equate
Hey,
steals
what-
to defense.
Hey, look, y'all. I keep finding. You know how Hampton was giving his flowers to LeBron yesterday. I keep finding more stuff. So we're gonna talk. I'm gonna give you the stat on
Oh
that.
my
But y'all-
God.
Look, the net. I didn't look. They also got Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, another first-round pick in 2029, and 2 more second-round picks.
Yeah.
They got
got
5
all.
players, 5 starters, and 9 draft picks, bro, for
Yeah.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
That's a haul.
That's a haul, bro. I didn't realize that. But anyway, I guess I'm stats, right? So let me
I
look
guess
up.
so, man.
What's your
Man.
boy name?
Yeah, man.
Matisse
Mm-hmm.
Thybulle.
And after you do that, tell me what year James Harden led the league in steals and who thought he was a great defender. James Harden cannot defend a wet paper bag. How do you equate
Yes.
defense to steals? All you doing is jumping past lanes. I'm talking about one-on-one defending, on-ball defending.
Okay.
I don't need to see Andrew
Mhm.
Wiggins get steals.
He
I can
averages
put
less
him
than-
on Luka.
He
you
averages
put-
less than 1 steal a game, bro.
Yeah,
Come on,
and that's a
man.
lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And when you look at his minutes that he plays, he's an offensive negative.
12.1.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like when you put it
What's his plus negative?
in a 36, yeah, if you put it in a 36 per, like it's
Mhm.
ridiculous.
Go to
Like-
OG about him. OG is a beast. And he's a
Listen,
better
the issue is his offense is never developed. So I don't know if you can get his offense developed. The 76ers did everything they could. They tried to make him a 3-and-D guy. For some reason, he cannot shoot. I
He
mean,
can't get a three.
but in Philadelphia, we have a lot of that. And maybe we just need to hire a new coach. We got a lot of guys that just, for some reason, they get to Philadelphia and can't shoot. And, yeah, so I'm hoping that when he gets to Portland, that changes.
Hey, Corey got you. OG averaged 2.1 steals a game. His career been longer.
How many minutes does he play?
He plays 35 minutes though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
let's
that's
but
what I
you get
said.
my point.
I get where you
That's
at.
plus minus.
Thank
That
you,
is-
sir. Thank you, sir.
1.8 to 2.1 based on the 2-to-1.
Thank you, sir.
Very close.
I'm just
They
saying,
cool.
man. OG is pretty good. And I think I definitely
Matisse
do not
is-
think
is
he
good.
better. Matisse is not better than Andrew Wiggins.
Okay.
You're not putting Matisse on doggone Luka.
So
Okay.
So at this point, with everything that has happened today, who y'all think win the finals now?
Golden State.
Golden State.
All right, so we'll move on. Because are you gonna say the 76ers? You gonna say the 76ers, huh?
I'm gonna give a quick take. I think the Phoenix Suns.
I happen to be right though before. I have said Golden State and been right before. Have you ever said Denver Nuggets and never been right?
No, I mean you're a Steph Curry fan, not a Warriors fan. So
I say Steph. Steph then. Steph will win the NBA final.
You know. All right. I was just saying if you were gonna say the Sixers because if you
I wasn't gonna say. I'm not gonna say the Sixers. I'm not gonna say the Sixers.
You gonna say Golden State too?
Nah, nah, man. I think it's gonna be hard to like Giannis. I think, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I think it's hard to stop Giannis this year. Jason Tatum is it ain't gonna be long before he's the face of the NBA. This might be the year he becomes it. It might be next year, but I just don't. I think it'll be either Giannis or Jason Tatum. I think one of them will figure it out. That's what I think. I mean, unless
is it a ring? That's how you know somebody's not a real fan of the team when they go buy them rings.
It was dead. I found it. Dude tried to sell me the shorts to this joke, though. I said, Brad, they that serious.
You gotta go hoop, bro.
I'm dead serious.
You had to go
I
hoop.
bought the jersey. He had the shorts to match. He said, yo, I got these too. I said, nah, cuz.
Hey, man, I think the Suns got a chance, man. That my vote right now is the Suns, depending on KD's health.
Yeah, I mean it's
Suns always back to the bubble and going against Giannis and losing the close one that chip that they needed, the piece they need to move forward to get this thing move all the way to the finals and win the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, hey, back to that Boston thing. Mr. Hampton says that it's a perfect fit for Boston. Like that's a unique way to say it. They haven't had that in a long time though. They haven't had a stretch four in a long time. Like when's the last stretch? Hey, he don't defend like a center though.
No, he doesn't.
He don't defend like so. I'm gonna call him a stretch four.
I got you.
I'm gonna call him a
stretch five though.
Yeah, stretch five.
Al Horford is the stretch five. Al Horford can shoot the three. He made like 7 in that job.
What was that boy name they had a couple years ago? The white guy that Boston had. He was a stretch. He was a stretch four. Olynyk, Kelly Olynyk. He was a stretch four as well.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all these deals, man, I think, I'm really more excited to figure out what John Wall does, man. I'm really excited. The Houston Rockets, they keep collecting all these second round picks. I don't think anybody has told them second round picks ain't doing up and taking roster spots. I don't know who told them that. I mean, it's not like the NFL. That second round pick. What are you doing with it? You can't develop that many people. Like I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here.
I feel bad for them because the way the Houston Rockets acting is how you and LT treated me the first 3 years of Dynasty with my draft pick. Took advantage of it.
Come on, man.
Sorry about that, man.
High chance. You got when the Portsmouth is getting robbed and that second round pick hit. You got a better chance. Those second round picks is no good, guys.
Every once in a while, it's rare. Rare.
Hey, shout out to Kyle O'Quinn. Shout out to Kyle O'Quinn. Shout out to Bones Highland. Those are the second round picks that panned out. So it can happen, but just not.
Hey, can I say something that we forgot out? Y'all forgot about Bubble Man, TJ Warren. I was waiting to see if somebody would catch it. Do y'all remember TJ Warren? Do y'all remember the work that he did in the bubble? Do you remember when Bubble?
He did work.
Bubble Boy was unstoppable. He was like the LeBron. He was like LeBron for something, and he came to the Suns too. So let's not act like TJ can't play ball.
He can ball. Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, let's act like TJ Bubble Boy can't get busy.
Man.
Bubble Boy's good.
GP2 though. With that trade, man,
Okay, and here you go. You really want to get into that? Let's get into that.
He does. Let's do it.
Gary Payton, ain't nobody checking for Gary Payton the second except for Gary Payton the first. And Corey.
You don't think? I don't think. Did you watch the?
See, it happens every time, don't it? Something
every time, bro.
Watch. Was GP2 a talented individual that contributed to that championship run? Defense,
yeah, but he's not
very good.
He's not a game breaker. Because all right, so okay, correct me if I'm wrong. He's energy, but I see a lot of same similarities in him and Jordan Poole. And maybe it's just me. I see a lot of similarities, except Jordan Poole got a better offensive bag than Gary Payton.
Yeah, but
Jordan Poole,
this is what I'm saying about fitting in a system. He fits perfectly into the Warriors system. Perfect.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
Like when he subs in, he can D up. He's an on-ball pressure defense guy.
Absolutely.
And he can roll to the basket. I mean, in any whatever you sub out, you can put GP2 in for. Does not matter. I didn't see any times he didn't D'd up. I guarantee I'll show you the highlights when we get off of him D'ing up Jokic. He was on Jokic for 3 plays. He's supposed to be in the bottom of that hoop right now. He D'd up Jokic for 3 straight plays and got Jokic attacked. Jokic got mad at him.
The Suns too much though, bro. Like y'all not tall enough to do. I'm looking at their roster right now. Do y'all remember Josh Okogie from a couple years ago? Went on a hot streak. I didn't realize he was with Phoenix. Now, so they got Torrey Craig, Devin Booker, T.J. Warren, Josh Okogie, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Damon Lee, who he every now and then got Landry Shamet coming off the bench, Cam Payne, good defender, Bismack Biyombo, DeAndre Ayton. That's a lot of height. That's a lot of GP a good fit though for, but man, that's a lot of wings. That's a lot of wings.
Hey,
we talked about a Kyrie trade. What day was it? We talked about Kyrie.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So with Kyrie, I mean,
day before yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about Kyrie. No, we talked about it last week. I mean, it is part of the trade deadline.
We said we don't think that fit gonna be all that is cracked up to be. They'll be good together, but I don't see Dallas being title contender. I think they got worse. I think they did.
They lost one of their best defenders in Dorian Finney-Smith when they traded him.
Thank you. People act like defense don't matter.
No, it doesn't.
And you gotta hope they fit. I think they hoping that he's not. Luka is the closest to LeBron. I will always say this, but he is not LeBron. He is not LeBron. At the end of the day, until Luka understand that he needs to stop eating honey buns and work out, he ain't gonna make it ever. I mean, he does not look fit. And what this injury gonna do to him? Cause do anybody think he's on the treadmill right now working out, keeping that weight down?
I doubt it. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it.
Cause he was shaking hands with Kyrie the other day. He looked like he gained on about 25 pounds.
But he is a mental thing, right? Remember when Jokic first came in, he was chubby too, and now he's starting to slender himself out. So, but Luka's still gonna be a bucket. I don't care if he's 300 pounds. He gonna still.
Yeah, but I'm saying LeBron. The reason why he can't get out in transitions like that, he can be a good player. Zion is a good player, but that weight is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, LeBron's a physical specimen, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I had this conversation about Luka. I think do you know how much you got to work at it to not be in shape after playing that much basketball? Like he plays a lot. You got to work really hard. Your diet has to be terrible. Your diet has to be terrible. Like
that man
really
drinking
does.
Mountain Dews. He drink Mountain Dews every day or something.
Dr. Pepper.
I dropped sodas after 27 because I said that's it for soda.
But we can't even say that because Shannon Sharp be drinking them Diet Mountain Dews and he's still.
Yeah, I don't think Shannon drinking. I think he just collecting. I think he just won them all skip. I do not think there's no way Shannon started drinking no Mountain Dew. Not the kind of physical specimen he is. I don't think he's putting that in his body.
All right, here goes another underrated thing. The Bucks with Jay Crowder.
That is good.
He with the Nets now. He with the Nets. Oh, he's with the Nets. He got
Yeah,
moved
that's
from the
right.
Bucks to the Nets. He's with the Nets.
I thought he got moved from the Nets to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Well,
He
it
got
was
traded from the.
You're
It's
right.
the
He got
other
traded
way.
from my bad. Nets to the Bucks.
Yeah,
My bad. My
yeah,
fault.
he on the he's on the Bucks, and I mean, you know, he's been not playing, like he's been serious about not playing, and
He
so
said straight up, he's not playing with LeBron. He said straight up, I can't play with LeBron. They
Yeah,
wanted
he
him
been
to come to LA.
he tweeted out today. He said, "I cut my finger off to save my hand," and then, and now he's out there with Giannis. And Crowder I think that's a great fit. I think that's a great fit. I'm excited about that.
I like Crowder.
Yeah,
3-and-D guy, legitimate 3-and-D guy, real good.
Corey, you just heard that from Richard Jefferson. Don't sit here and act like you. I heard it today too. 3-and-D guy.
All right, and check this out, right?
I had a chance to watch any sports show.
No, okay.
I got a question.
I've been out. I got a haircut.
I do got a question for you, man. On that roster, because I'm just seeing this. Darius Baisley was a part of the deal too today. You didn't see him on that roster?
Yeah, he up there, number 55.
Oh, for the Suns, he up there on that. Listen, man. Now y'all forget about Darius Baisley. Darius Baisley was one of the best basketball players in high school. Like he was like I want to say he may have been number 1 or 2. Like Baisley, and he has shown flashes of it with Oklahoma. But Oklahoma got so many young guys they developing, you could never really. It's hard to tell who's who and what's what out there. Like I like what the Blazers are doing. I just hate that. I hate that Dame Lillard and his loyalty is preventing us from seeing one of the greatest basketball players of all time be great, because he is stuck out there with them children. But yeah, they're gonna be fun to watch, man. Watch they're gonna be a fun team to watch. They'll score a lot of points and they're gonna get beat by a lot. They're gonna be fun to watch. They're gonna be extremely fun. The Hawks. Anybody want to talk about the Hawks before we
trash?
Come on, man. They're the home
It
team.
don't matter.
But they
They're the home
500.
team, man.
They 500. I'm not paying $40 to go see another game in the park this year. No.
Come on, man.
No. It's $40 a park, man. I ain't going to pay the park and watch that mess.
What
man.
trade did they make?
Man, they got Bruno. They got Bruno Fernando. And Garrison
Mars.
Matthews.
What
No,
position?
Fernando.
They say got Bruno Mars.
I do not know this guy. What position? What
We
play?
don't talk
Let me guess.
about Bruno.
No, hold on. Let me guess.
No.
Let me guess. Let's guess what position he play right.
Small forward.
I think he plays small.
Small
forward,
forward.
yeah.
With a name like Bruno. Yeah.
Name Bruno. Bruno, yeah, small forward. What was he play?
He's probably gonna play the 5 for them. But he's a power forward. He's probably gonna 5. He's 6'10", 240. He's only 24 years old. Yeah. He second round pick, 2019 draft. He went to school at Maryland. He decent, man. Decent player.
What's his stats look like? 2 per game.
4 points a game, man.
4 what?
4 points a game. Hey, but check this out. Hey, look, check this out though. And the last thing we need to go ahead and cover the Lakers, right? I'm gonna tell you this. One of the underrated things that I don't hear anybody talking about is Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Because Mo Bamba is going to do exactly what the Lakers need him to do. What they tried to get Dwight Howard to do, they've been trying to get a big man that plays defenses and catch lobs and keeps his mouth shut. And Mo Bamba does all of that. That's what he's going to do. He's going to block shots, catch lobs, and set hard picks. And that's what Mo Bamba does.
And throw the hands with basketball coach sons. Yeah.
He may do that too. He may do that. I think the Lakers are a lot better today, a lot better yesterday than they were before the trade deadline. I think, like I said, I think it's pretty good, and they have a lot of young assets that they're going to be able to turn around into into possibly a superstar next year. I mean, they got a lot of good young guys. I'm excited about it.
You know what Obama marks to me? The death of the center. Mo Bamba was selected the number 1 overall pick, and Luka was selected 3rd. I think Mo Bamba was the last center.
I don't think that was the case.
I think it was the start. People recognize.
I don't think that happened. I don't think that happened.
That Mo Bamba was drafted number 1.
It didn't happen like that.
Luka was drafted number 3. Mo was drafted number 1.
That didn't happen.
And it was clear to me that Luka was the better player.
That didn't happen.
What?
Mo Bamba was drafted in the 2018 draft. He was the 6th overall pick.
It was a 6 overall pick. Oh, I thought he was 1.
He was 6 overall.
Oh yeah,
pick.
DeAndre was 1. DeAndre was 1.
Yeah.
My bad.
And Bamba came in the league, and people knew what his issues was. They knew he was raw. They knew offensively he wasn't going to be that great. But I mean, 7-4. I mean, really 7-5 for the minutes that he's playing. If the Lakers get 7-5 out of the guy, it'll be good.
LT, does GP make the Warriors better, or are y'all the same?
Better. That was the one y'all when we let him when he left. It didn't make sense because he was the perfect.
I think everybody was disappointed.
He definitely
Everybody was.
again. Gary Payton, get him back.
I gotta watch Warriors basketball. And it's just how he fits. I mean, you might not see it on paper. What he does,
It's a perfect.
he can sub in for anybody on the court and play a great role, man. He fits with Steph, he fits with Clay, he fits with Jordan. You can put him in like what he does. Our defense will be so much better with GP2 back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to start paying a lot more attention to the Warriors games now, because I mean I knew he was a great defender. I mean that was expected.
Yeah.
But I don't know too much about his offensive bag, and I know he can bounce out the gym. I know he can jump.
He can dunk.
He can
do a knockdown set 3. He can't do a jumper. He can do a set 3.
Perfect.
Set 3. But when Warriors draw people in, he's out there wide open at the 3-point line. I just need you to hit it wide open. I don't need Gary Payton taking a whole lot of 3. At the end of the day, he can roll to the basket. He plays. If you watch it, it's wild how he looks inside this system.
Nuggets in 6, but anyway.
Against who?
The Warriors, boy.
Stop.
I said it. Man up and write it down. Man it up, write it down.
Lost last year in 5.
We owe y'all.
It was easy too.
That's why I said we can give y'all an extra.
We didn't break a sweat beating y'all. We didn't break a sweat.
Hey, don't do that.
It wasn't a time in that.
You can't see them lights can't do a sweat anyway. You can't even see them boys sweat.
It wasn't a time in that series that I thought we were gonna win.
Hey, he was gay, and that's why he lost all that weight. They made him go lose that weight.
He did everything.
I want you to clip Gary Payton.
But remember, we didn't have Jamal
guarding
Murray.
that man for 3 series.
We didn't have Jamal Murray.
3 possessions. True. GP2 locked that man up, man.
And Michael Porter was still struggling with his back injury at the time. So, we're a totally different team now, man.
Y'all mentioned
and
Michael
we got
Porter
KCP
like
now. Michael Porter, without that injury, would probably be one of the better basketball players in the NBA right now, bro. And that is a fact. I ain't gonna debate that. You better go look at Michael Porter Jr. from high school.
I know he's all right. He's all right.
No, all right. No, he was better than all right. He was better than all right. He was a dog. If that back injury want to slow him down, and if he could ever get back like to what he just 90% of what he was,
if Derrick Rose never
MVP
tore his knee,
talent.
he'd probably be one of the top
Facts.
players of all time.
Facts.
Facts. But he did.
Hey, you're right. And Steph had bad ankles, which is why he can never be above LeBron James.
If Steph beat this Phoenix team, ain't nobody gonna tell me that Steph Curry is not the greatest player of all time. This is second greatest team ever assembled to me, behind the Warriors. The Warriors with Kevin Durant, then it's Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant.
Hey, listen, another debate for another day. Hey, fellas.
We still got a couple more minutes, man.
hey, Ryan, that's on you, man. How you gonna close this thing out, brother?
Another episode of Corey and his fandom stepping in, man. I'm loving how the jump freezes up when he started talking that mess. It's Thursday. Hey, tomorrow Friday, last day of the work week. Everybody get some sleep. Love on your family. Love yourself. And speak life, man.
What you got, Hoodie?
I got none. Thanks for having me on the show. Pleasure to be here with y'all. Good to talk sports. Good to talk basketball. Looking forward to Hamp. I'll be at your house Sunday. Get ready for this Eagle game. And pleasure, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Corey, what you got, bro?
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in again, man, to hear us, to hear our thoughts on all these trades, to hear our opinions on all these trades. And I mean, I close out like this: Go Warriors!
Could've wrote
Warriors
that
in
one.
6.
Warrior Nation.
My new saying is just gonna be Warriors in 6. Just saying that all the
Nuggets in
time.
6, bro.
Warriors in 6, man.
That's crazy, bro.
All right, man. That's Skip Holman up there. Hey, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for rocking with us. I want to thank y'all for rocking with us. Another fun episode. Like I said, every time you watch, you get us closer to our next episode where we get better. So thank you. Ask you to continue to support us. Tell a friend, bring a friend, man. Choose your neighbors in the group chat. Please like, share, hit the button, and be sure you tell people to come along. I want to say the same thing that we say every single night. Love yours because it's yours. And if you don't love them, who else going to do it? Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again. We out.